So, the Nintendo 3DS eShop and Wii U eShop are shutting down pretty soon. I think, as everyone has heard the news by now, since it was announced a while back. Um, on the 28th of March, I believe, which means 27th is the last day. So, in honor of one of my favorite handheld consoles, the Nintendo 3DS, I figured I might as well make a video about the various Vanguard games that actually got onto the 3DS. So I say various, but actually we just have three. So we've got Ride to Victory, Lock On Victory, and Stride to Victory. Unfortunately, I don't have the box for Stride to Victory. So yeah. So before EX and Dear Days, we just had these three games as a mainline one. So there's no game for the very first season where Aichi fights Ren, and we get Majesty Lord Blaster and all that. So it starts from Asia Circuit right here. Maybe I should start off with the box first for each game, since I actually got the Right to Victory box. So this is what the back of the box looks like. It's just a, well, just is literally a description of the game. It's supposed to come with these three PR cards, which is Dragonic Overlord, Blaster Blade, and Blaster Dark. But unfortunately, my copy didn't come with the with that, because I did buy them used. So I did get all these games for really cheap, and I've had them for a while already. So long while. So this is the manual for it. You know, it's kind of cool. Teaches it teaches you how to play the game and stuff. Uh, then we have the um, Club Nintendo card. Well, Club Nintendo is already over. The service is completely finished now. So even if you try to insert that code, you can't. Won't work. But anyways, let's actually get to the game now. So yep, this game is also made by Furyu. So I believe most of the Vanguard games were made by Furyu. Well, even now they are. Furyu makes a lot of games. Wow, that is loud. That is really loud. Hold on. Anyways, so yeah, let's give it a go, and we'll go from continue. So I'm just gonna show like a little bit of what the game looks like to you guys. Um, so for the story mode, you have over here. You have your character here, and this is what the overworld looks like. Um, So you can go to shop, or you can fight various people here. So it's kind of similar to EX and Dear Days, as you can see, but also kind of different because you can move it around like this. So it's a huge space. Um, and yeah, you can just proceed by clicking on these characters here, and then there will be an exclamation mark if it's for uh, the story. So let's actually go back. All right, we have Aichi this time, so that's nice. So we're going to go. Let's go to the shop and see what's there. So like I said, this is Asia Circuit only. So we do have packs from the very beginning of the game as well. The first ever pack, and then yeah, from then on we have packs up until let's see. That's a random pack. So up until Shintaku no Ikusa Otome. So I am not sure what set this is, but yeah, as you can see, Battle Sisters support is in this one. Um, so that is the last pack, and then this random pack basically has a bunch of so you don't know what so a bunch of cards from different sets are in here. Um, but it will only be full of cards that you don't own already, which is actually pretty cool. So you'll definitely get cards that you don't own yet in that, and then you have deck recipes. Um, So here, let's take a look at the deck list. You can buy this, and you will get 4 copies of Alfred, Soul Saber Dragon. So you see the thing about the games is that, so in the IRL trial decks, whenever you buy like trial decks and stuff, before for when Vanguard first came out, it was a lot like how other TCGs were doing it, especially Yu-Gi-Oh, where they would not give you like 4 copies of the cards that you would need. They usually just give you let's take a look at another one. They usually will just give you 1 copy of your like boss card and then fill the rest with like filler cards, right? So you would have to buy 4 or sometimes 2 copies of trial decks. But in this game, if you just buy one of these trial decks or deck recipes, they would just give you all copies of the cards. So these are recipes, by the way. We have like for gold paladins and stuff. So these are recipes, so not the actual decks. You still need the cards. So that's basically just a list. But if you buy them, you don't need to set the cards yourself. They're just there already. Um, so as in like you can just set it as your deck. So let's actually go take a look at what a fight looks like in this game. Let's see. Let's go with free fight. So the very last fight over here is fighting online with other people. But and this is mission fight. So mission fight. I guess I might as well explain that as well since Dear Days doesn't have it. And EX as well. So this is kind of a cool thing also that the all these old Vanguard games had. Was that you had mission fights where they would tell you what you need to do, and then on that turn, most of the like conditions for winning is win on that turn, and then they set the board up and everything for you, in a way, so that, well, let's just take a look at this real quick. So they would set the board up and the field and the hand and all that for you already, and then you have to figure out how you're supposed to win on that turn. So sometimes there are a bunch of ways that you can. There are a bunch of different ways you can win. Okay, so this is what the board looks like. And then let's see. I'm gonna assume that we need to write. I didn't read the descriptions. I actually have no idea how to clear this. Um, Also, the you can see here the art is shown over here, but unfortunately, unlike geez, I don't think you can see it properly. It's Leo. So unlike Dear Days and EX, unfortunately, you can't just make it bigger, so you can't see the art very well. So it is kind of blurry, but the text is written here. So we don't have any counter blast, so there's no point in using blue. So it seems like most of our triggers are out. Um, let's see. We can call Blaster Blade. Maybe we have like an extra crit somewhere. I'm not sure because we'll call the Flogel here. And then yeah, hopefully I didn't make a misplay. Maybe we were supposed to uh let's do this first. Gonna boost with the blaster blade and then attack. So if he doesn't check a trigger, I think I know what we were supposed to do. Okay. So if we don't check a crit here, then I think I know how we're supposed to win. Because his hand is at 0. So he won't be able to guard. No crit. Alright. I think I know how I was actually supposed to win this turn. Um, yeah, it just automatically goes to the end phase for you, and then you lose because you didn't clear it. Uh, so yeah, you could have gotten VP and stuff if you did win. I think that's all for Asia Circuit. The mission fight also basically showed you how the board mainly looks like too, so that's not bad. Let's move on to lock on victory. So I also fortunately got the box for this one. So let's take a look at it as well. This is the back of the box. And now let's open up. Oh, by the way, it says here we have over 2,400 cards in the game. So yeah, I mean that makes sense. It does have cards from Asia Circuit, the first season Asia Circuit, and then every card that was in Link Joker. So fortunately for this one, I actually did get the PR card. And the PR card here is four copies of Dam Stadium, Starbader Dam Stadium. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it in English, but yeah. Um, so it's an R foiling. But I it is a pretty cool PR card. In case you're wondering what the effect is. And by the way, you do get four copies of it, so you can play this in a deck if you want in premium. It has limit break, so this is a break ride card. So when your Link Joker unit rides over this unit, you may pay the cost, which is to discard a grade 3 or higher card from your hand. Um, and then choose choose up to three of your opponent's rear guards, lock them, and then choose one of your vanguards and gets power plus 10k until end of battle. So it's pretty good. You can use this basically to actually set up. Well, I say pretty good, but I mean pretty good during the Link Joker era, because you could use this to set up for Glendios. So then, its second skill is, well, just a super generic skill. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, it gets power plus 2k until end of battle. So a lot of cards had that. You got the manual here. Again, just shows you how to play the game. Super simple. And then this is an Ankit that Bushiroad was doing for the Lock On Victory game. So I guess you could give them your opinion and stuff. And then you have the the Club Nintendo code over there. Okay, so I don't think you can actually skip that. This theme song's actually really nice. Yep, Lock On Victory. We have Aichi here. Let's go again from continuous. Uh, Sorry, I mean from continue. So, this is what the board looks like. As you can see, it's not really different from Asia Circuit. Whole system is the same. But if you go to this exclamation mark here, you can fight Kai, and then this is basically the final like battle. I suppose he's on the Tatsunagi building. Yeah, so this is basically that last fight that was in the anime. Um, it has an exclamation mark, so that's for the story, and then you can head to the shop as well. There's also a tournament mode, which is pretty cool. And then you do have the mission fights again, like how I showed you. So, all right, so let's go ahead and take a look at. All right, so before, as you probably noticed, but we have a lot more like stuff here. So now we have actual like trial decks, like a space on a space instead of deck recipe for the trial decks. We of course have the very first one. You can take a look at the cards there, and now if you hold on to the cards, you can actually make them bigger like this, and then move them around so you can see the card better. So that's nice. And then yeah, this is the IG trial deck. um and we've got some up until, let's see, all right, so we've got the trial deck up until the Daigo set. And then from then on we have special trial decks that were made specially for this game. This is another thing that kind of EX, and well, not EX actually, I think Deer Days sort of lacked, where they didn't have a trial deck for like certain decks or certain clans. uh Sorry, Deer Days uses nations, so since we already have like a one trial deck for like each nation, they don't have like specially made trial decks or anything like that. They just have the actual IRL trial decks, which is good enough. But the special trial decks are also pretty cool, where they basically showcase certain decks and certain clans that were not that didn't actually get IRL trial decks, but you can try them out here in the game. We have Spino Driver here for Tachikaze. We have Murakumo here with Tamamo. We've got the hold on, not this. Here we go. Yeah, sorry, Dantarian. And then we have Pale Moon. We've got Spikes, and then we of course have Grand Blue, uh, Neo, not Neo Nectar. My bad. But yeah, the Bug Clan. Uh, then we have Great Nature, and then Neo Nectars down here. The Bug Clan is Mega Colony, by the way. Uh, in case any new people are coming here to take a look and they don't know the clan name. So yeah, we have the Decorous piece again over here. We have Royal Paladin and stuff. We have sleeves now as well that we can buy. Pretty neat. A lot of them I think are also IRL sleeves, but there are some that are game exclusive sleeves. Collection packs are different. And then now we have um packs well over here. Of course, we've got all the old packs. And then the very last set is the one with Berberina Triangle here, with with duos. And then before that, of course, is the one with Nouvelle and all that in it. And then we have the collection pack again. Sorry, not collection pack. We have the random pack. All right, so I'll go ahead and show you the what the board looks like again for let's go ahead and challenge IG. So let's go ahead and take golds. I guess I'm not really going to show you the whole fight, of course. And, all right. So this actually isn't my data. It is a used game, and I haven't gotten the data. I haven't like actually deleted the old data yet because I was playing around the game. So the previous guy set it as yeah. Well, whatever. So yeah, just like normal, you play rock paper scissors. But unlike Deer Days, where you and Strike to Victory later on, where you would have to set your first Vanguard during the deck building process. Here, you actually just start off with choosing it before being able to do that, being able to proceed in the game. Then you do your mulligan. So let's do our mulligan here. Just show you a little bit. All right. So I want, so I'm going first. We'll write, that's not correct. Wait, yeah, this is correct. Never mind. We'll write this card here. And then we can choose to activate the skill. Call that to the back row. Yeah. And then that's pretty much how it is. Then you end your turn. And then it's your opponent's turn. You cannot play in 3D, by the way. So that kind of sucks. Right. So I think that's enough for lock on victory. Let's move on to strike the victory. Alright, now we're at strike the victory. So this is the very last game that's on the 3DS, and also the actual game that was before EX, when they moved when to move to the Switch. Alright, so this is my data um now. So yeah, let's go over to the shop real quick and show you guys what packs are in here as well. So now you see the UI is also kind of different. I actually like this kind of UI, it's pretty nice. But I did like the way they presented it in the previous games. So yeah, I think the very last set here was Legion. This is not Legion, sorry. Well, for Legion um was this pack over here. Don't remember what set it is. And then you have Fighters Collection, which I think is the same as the IRL Fighters Collection. So yeah, the very last like actual G set for this game is the one full of Bermuda Triangle support. And for the trial decks, you have of course all the G trial decks, and then you again you have the like special trial decks here. You have one for Shiraninyu that didn't actually get IRL trial decks. Murkumo has one for Yasuye, Pale Moon as well, and then you have the old trial decks again. So yeah, let's you can also buy sleeves, and now you can also trade CP for you can basically just get rid of your like extra cards or cards you don't want for CP, I believe. Or I'm sorry, I think it was the other way around. You trade your CP for cards. So you have Tokoha over here, which is an event. So it says main event there. That means if you fight Tokoha, it's a story event, and then free event. Well, you can fight Kumi and then or talk to Kumi. It's not always a fight, and you can get like VP and or cards and stuff for just doing that. And then normally back at that corner over there with the river, a certain character would be there, but he's not there now. So usually you do mission fights with that character. So let's go over to the fight space, and then for the last time we can see just how this game has improved over the past few games. So yeah, let's fight Chrono. Sure. I've beaten him once. Just like usual, the Vanguard games are like really pretty tough because you don't start off with like um well, they're not bad, but you don't start off with like the best trial deck ever, right? And it takes time for you to collect packs and stuff, and your opponent just has like a really good deck already. But you can win, so it's not like impossible. It's tough sometimes, but not super tough. So yeah, now you also have cards with like nice foils and stuff that you can also take a look uh here. So let's do our mulligan. I think I'm gonna keep this hand actually. Stand up Vanguard. So you can see we've got special playmats now as well for this game. um my playmat is set to red, which I did that personally. So it's not, this is the default playmat. So yeah, just like an EX in the days, now we have playmats. So that's pretty cool. Gonna ride um Steam. Oh yeah, let's activate the effect. So, right, Steam Breath Dragon, activate the effect. Gunner Gear Draco Kid, and then yeah. So that's about it for the game, I guess. That's it basically for this video. We went over all the three games for Vanguard that was in the 3DS, and I really like 3DS, so it's a bit sad that it's not going to be supported anymore. But oh well, so yeah, I think these Vanguard games are just really cool, because they also like show you a snapshot of what Vanguard was like during that era. Right to Victory is like a really good way to experience how the meta was in Asia circuit. How the game was back then, and then Rock on Victory is the same. You really get a good idea of what the game was like back then during Link Joker era, and same as Strike to Victory. But Strike to Victory is only unlike the previous two games that actually like ended like Asia circuit ended like the entire Asia circuit like arc, and then Lock on Victory also ended the entire Link Joker arc. But the Strike to Victory game only covers the very first season of G, after they beat Kanzaki. So the game actually ends after they beat Kanzaki, but in Strike to Victory, you actually have extra story modes like how you do have in EX in Dear Days, for example, where you can play like exclusive like an exclusive story to the game for the other characters such as Aichi or Ren and stuff, and they are actually pretty cool because they do take place after Legion Mate. There's no game for Legion Mate as well, by the way, but of course you do have Legion Mate cards in Strike to Victory. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys in some other video. Bye.